What's up, everybody? Andrew here with the Disconnected Gamers podcast, bringing you a Let's Play of Punch Club. This is new, it's on Steam, it's by Lazy Bear Games, published by TinyBuild. You might know them from Speedrunners, you might know them from Lovely Planet, you might know them from Party Hard. But anyways, it's fun, so let's just jump into it. You can have 3 save files on your character, you get to name them. It doesn't really matter what you pick as a name, but you know, obviously I'm going to go with J-Bond. So let's go ahead and start this up. I've always been a fan of the 8-bit and pixel art aesthetic, so games like this kind of always, you know, they resonate well with me. If you're not into this type of visual, then, well, that's what this game is, so I guess you got to deal with it. You know, this is just a scripted intro narrative. Obviously, you're the kid. That's your pops. And you got shot. Well, your pops got shot. You didn't get shot. Train hard. When that time comes, my friends, mysterious police officer man. Turns out your father was a good guy. He's gonna take care of you. I don't know where the mom is, but... And then we just jump right into the game, fast forward to today. Click on that phone to answer it. Alright, let's do it, Frank. Gotta work out. Now, obviously we can't click anything because the arrow's over the door. It's kind of forcing us. We gotta go that way. It's kind of a point and click. You know, you're pointing and clicking everywhere you go, but it's just you get to kind of choose how you want to work on this for your character. Obviously, I didn't think about it, but my upper overlay is completely obscuring part of the you know, HUD for your character's stats. The red stat is your strength, the blue stat is agility, and the green is stamina. On the left hand side, you've got your heart, your food level, your happiness level, and your energy level. Obviously, your heart and food levels are completely obstructed, but as you can see, you've got to be able to keep eating to boost those stats up, because you consume those things when you work out, when you work at a job, etc. On the right hand side, you can see that I've got 35 bucks. Above that is where it tells me how many skill points I have. I have none right now. And then on the right hand side, it's just day 1 and it's a clock. I decided to walk. Now I'm about to get beat up. But it's alright, I'm a strong guy. Let's do this. Also, hello Mr. Microsoft Word Paperclip guy. I can pick my active skills, so obviously the only ones I have right now are kick and dodge. So, let's kick and dodge. I'm a kicking and a dodging man. Obviously, every time I do these moves and every time the enemy guy does his moves, we're consuming energy. That's the little yellow bar right underneath our health, and I'm getting crushed. But he's got a baseball bat, it's a little different. The 1 in the center is your rounds. Obviously, you could go 20 rounds, but... And then every time you complete a fight, it shows you the different things. So my reward was negative 12 hard, which isn't exactly much of a reward, but we're gonna go with it for now. So, completed my first fight. You got a little raccoon in the background, digging through the trash. And then we just met Mick, so now we gotta go check out his office, but we also gotta go see Apu at the grocery. So let's go do that. Let's go see Apu first. We're gonna take the bus this time. I don't wanna get mugged. Hey Apu. Again, I really do dig the 8-bit, you know, pixel art aesthetic. I really have always enjoyed it. So it's like just seeing all the fruit and stuff on the shelves, and you get the little guy beatboxing on the outside. It's actually supposed to be clearly Jay and Silent Bob, but over there. So we've got our city map, got our overworld. You know, you can pay to take the bus or you can walk it, but I'm a little nervous about getting my ass handed to me again, so I'm gonna just take the bus, pay the fees. You know, so this is our first forte into the fighting world now. This is important. If you do run low on money, you can come here to get food. It's kind of important because you can't work out and you can't work at a job if your food levels are too low. So if you do end up not having any money to buy things, it is helpful to be able to go to Mix and get food. So we've got our first real fighting objective. We got to join this fighting league and score at least 5th place. Obviously, balanced tactic is the only one I have, so we're just going to go with it. Obviously, as you can see, Silver's a rank 5 in all of his stats, so it's unlikely that we're going to win. But we might as well train. And as you see in the middle, right underneath my overlay, it's 1 of 3. That's 3 rounds, and after each round, you get to change the stats out. So if I did have unlocked stats like, you know, punch or block or, you know, whatever, I'd be able to change those skills out depending on how the match was going and depending on what my opponent was doing. They're the only ones I have, so we're going to go with it. And again, these fights, none of it, I'm not selecting, you know, block or kick up in the top as you see them illuminating as they're being used. This part is all scripted, so it's kind of a drawback from the game, but it's still entertaining because there's still the strategy of deciding what active skills you want to use against their active skills. Because he's got dodge and block and then 2 attacks, so you know, do you want to just spend a round blocking the entire time and dodging the entire time? You know, kind of depends on what your opponent's doing. So it's something worth keeping in mind. Obviously, this is, you know, you're not going to lose to him. You're sparring. It's just I mean, you lose, but it's not, you know, I got 5 happiness and I only lost 2 heart this time. Now that we can sign up in a league to fight, we're gonna go ahead and go to the gym first, pay the $10. The benefit of working at the gym versus working at your apartment is the only thing right now that I've unlocked in my apartment is doing push-ups, which gives me a little bit to each stat, whereas when you're in the gym, you can focus on one stat specifically. So you do the bench press, I'm only gonna be working on strength. You know, if you run on the punching bag, you're only going to be working on agility. The treadmill is going to do your it's going to do your stamina. My mind was blanking on the word. You know, obviously same thing with like the squat rack. You know, slamming the hammer onto the tire. It seems such a weird thing to do, but I know that like that's a thing people do when working out. So but let's go work the punching bag. You know, obviously, again, if you look on the right, the clock is ticking, so we're almost through with day 1. But now that we're hungry, I can't do any more working out because it's just going to tell me I need to eat because I'm too weak. You know, the only thing I can buy from this vending machine is the chocolate bar, but since that's pretty much all my money, I'm going to go ahead and skip it. And I'm going to give the treadmill a shot even though it's going to tell me no. You know, immediately tells you need to eat, so we're going to leave the gym. You know, that construction site's where I could go to work, but let's go ahead and walk it this time. Interestingly enough, if you want to, you can just sit and watch TV. It increases your mood at the cost of consuming energy and food. So it's not really worth it. Yeah, you can look at your fish tank. And then obviously we're just going to go grab something to eat. While it says that the frozen pizza gives me 17 food, and unfortunately because the overlay is in the way, and I'll have to fix that in future videos, it doesn't really fill up that much, but it's enough to get us back into working out for a little bit. So let's do some push-ups. Obviously, as you can see outside, there is what looks like a pull-up bar in the process of being built. I haven't unlocked that yet, but we'll get there eventually. You know, so see, as you're doing this, you're building a little bit towards each stat. There goes the end of day one. We've got an upcoming fight. You know, we gained a lot, but we did lose some because we lost some fights and stuff like that, so. But again, you know, that was all I was able to do before having to eat from eating that one pizza. So let's go ahead and grab another one, maybe even a soda. Probably not. You know, we need money. We've only got 12 bucks, so let's go ahead and crank some jackhammers. You know, every time you finish this, you get 50 bucks, and it does build a little bit towards your stats. Obviously, going to the gym and working out much better. Plus, you're losing happiness as you work, so in some cases, it might be better to spend some time working out rather than trying to build your stats from doing a job. You know, here we are. We're unlocking one of the next places we can go to for food and for jobs. We've got Casey's Pizza Shop. You know, now we have a few new items to buy. You know, we can buy meat, we can buy the energy drink, which is right now the only thing I can purchase here that gives me energy, with the exception of going home and sleeping. Something to keep in mind. Let's go talk to Casey. Also, I don't know if anybody realizes, Casey, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza reference. That's just me making that. I don't, you know. He's kind of got, when you're delivering pizzas, he's kind of got like a dead mouse helmet on his moped. But we're too tired. What are we gonna do? Eat a pizza, but that only gives us happiness, increases our mood, and gives us food. The only way to get energy is either to grab an energy drink or go to sleep. So go ahead and travel back home. You know, we're already starting day 3, but we're gonna sleep it away. But see, so we're gaining all those things. Soda doesn't help us with energy, but an energy drink would. But we're going to go ahead and take 2 sodas. Now, so that's pretty much everything, obviously, that I've unlocked so far. You've seen, you know, each day you get that little report of what you've earned or what you haven't earned. We've got a story tree here so we can see all the different things that we can unlock, all the things that are questionable. Obviously, you know, there's something else that Apu's going to either give me or tell me about. Maybe it's another location I can unlock. You know, maybe it depends on what I buy from him, or he gives me a discount or something like that. I don't really know. But let's go visit Mick's office and see what he's up to. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Like I said, I'm going to try and do a couple more of them. If you like this, please comment, subscribe, and hope you come by for the next one. As always, I'll catch you on the flip.